Today we got a request for Tam Song from Keeper of the Lost City series. He's one of the main characters. So we're going to get started with him. So a little bit about him. Not sure if I got this. I have never read the books. I know I need to. I heard they're amazing. He is a shade and a member of the Black Swan. Well, that sounds very interesting. All right, we're going to start with his head. His head is going to be like an egg, except for at the end here, we're going to make it pointy. So it looks like an upside down egg, but make its point, oop, leave that there. Make a pointy chin. Okay. And let's see, his eyes are about here. His nose about there. And then his mouth, I just gave him like a grin. Mischievous little grin, you know? Okay. So for his eyes, I'm putting the eyes down below. So this is going to be like the top part of the eye. He's got a heavy lid. So that's one eye, and then we'll do the other eye. So do the lid part. Oops. Okay, and I'm making him look to the side. He actually has piercing blue eyes, but since it's so small, I just colored it in. But if you want to make his eyes blue, you can. It's just kind of a small image. Okay, and he's got some amazing eyebrows, so they're just going to come up and over to the side. Very thick and dark, so we'll be sharpening those in black. And he's got one over there, but we're going to put his hair in here. So his bangs are coming off here. They're going to come all the way down to his eyebrows, and then they're going to swoosh over, and you're going to be touching the eye, and they're going to be coming off. So he has black hair, but it has like white tips on him, which is pretty darn cool. You only see a little piece of his ear over here. So it's going to come down, and then put a little swooshes of hair in here, okay? So there's a little swoosh, and this is hair coming down here. And we're gonna make his hair come on the top. And it's gonna go over, swoosh, to his little tips. So we can erase inside of here, and a little pit right here. Okay, so he is one of the main characters. He is former temporarily forced member of the Never Seen. Oh, that sounds interesting. All right, let's do his nose. So we'll make it do like kind of like a slight V. And then his nose, I'm just gonna make it come up like this. I think I might do a enlarged version of his head so we can get lots of detail in there, because when you do a whole body like this, it's hard to get detail. And we'll put a little hair here. Okay, so I'm gonna end up sharpening a lot of in there, but then you can put the tips white. And he does have eyebrow back here, but you're not gonna see it very much because it's behind all of his hair. So it's back there, it's just hard to see. Okay, so now he has his neck here, and a little V right here for his shirt and his other part of the neck, okay? And he's got a collar on, so it's gonna come around like this. So loop that around his neck. This is his cape. Actually, it's very cool looking. I kind of combined some images I saw. You know what? I'm just gonna erase that a bit. This is gonna be like the yellow tip of it. So he has this like yellow tip around the whole thing. And this is big button. Shoulder. We're gonna do this side. So it's gonna come around and down. And he does have his heart. We'll just put in a kind of like we know where his hand's gonna be. So we can just put it in there so we can get his shoulder in there. Whoosh. Kind of a rough sketch of where it's gonna be. All right, his cape is going to come down. And this is that yellow trim. Lovely. Possible, oh, he possibly, oh, I think he does, from what I've heard, has a crush on between Tam and Biana Backer. I think I drew her. But he specifically had hinted that he does not like Sophie. All right. Well, you know, that's okay. Everybody likes somebody different. That'd be boring if we all like the same person, right? Then we'd all be fighting over the same thing. Okay, this is his cape in here. Okay, we might even bring that out a little bit, so I might go. And I'm going to bring the cape. Fantastic. And then we can erase in there because we don't need that. So, handsome little guy here. This is his face and his sleeve. Okay, so now this is kind of like the little lump for where the knuckles are. Boop, 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 boop. And his shirt. So I will be ending up coloring that in. And this is going to be his elbow. All right, and then he has his other hand that's going behind here. So we will put that in. This is his sleeve. This is his, like, his under part or the connection here. And then this is his hand going behind. All right, and then he has his jacket, which is actually really cool. And this is like a button here, and then he has a pocket right here. Okay. All right, he's looking good. Now for his pants. So we're going to pretend like we can see like his knees. So it's going to come down behind there. And then bring it down here. It's kind of like where his knee is. And then bring it back up. Okay? So now we can kind of give it some detail. So we're going to make it come down. This is going to be where his boot is. And his boot. Okay? So we're going to go, woo! So we'll end up erasing in there. That was just so we can kind of see where it would bend. And this is like his detail. All right, so this is his leg coming in here. And we have 2 lines. Oh, this is like the back of his cape. And then 2 lines in here. Whoop, whoop. Now let's do his boots. Great job. All right, what else do I know? So we already talked about his hair is jet black. All right, we're gonna Sharpie and then I will show you how I colored it, okay? So let's Sharpie. Okay, I take the big Sharpie and I'm gonna color in the pants, and then I'm also gonna color in some of the hair. We will put some gray and, oh, this is not a good Sharpie. Yikes, that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go get a better Sharpie. Now I'm gonna erase my pencil. All right, so I'm going to show you how I did the hair. I am going to just take gray and connect that black and the white and try not to color the tips. What else do I know? He's demeanor. He's got the angsty teen boy. Well, you kind of can tell. Every picture I saw him here, he's like kind of just like, yeah, I know that look. Yeah, I've had 4 teenage girls, so yeah, the look is a common. All right, so we're just gonna kind of blend that in. And if you want to blend better, you can take black and then kind of blend the gray with the black. So it kind of just goes nice little blend. All right, now his skin, peach. What else do I know? Oh, and I found out he had his twin. He's a twin. Anyways, when he was 11, he left the Lost Cities for his twin sister, Lynn, was banished for flooding Atlantis. Well, wow, that sounds really interesting. So I guess he left when she left. I'll have to look her up. That sounds interesting. Oh, I also forgot. Let's see, right here. So this is like his collar. It's going to come up like this. So that's his little collar. So we will see a little bit of skin, maybe right here underneath. Not much. And then his hands, and that's the only part you can see that actually has skin, because the rest is covered with clues. All right, now we can go around all the outside features a little harder. Around his nose and right here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my tan. I'm probably going to go around his eyes. And I'm going to go around the outside, and then his nose, a little circly circle, and the shadow right by his nose. Okay, so right, no, does he have rosies? No, I just gave him a little color and a little color on his lips, so he didn't look like he was a corpse. Living a little corpsey. Oh, don't forget his ear. Okay, so that's that part. Then his outfit, this part is just gray. His like jacket. So on here, oh, you know what I totally forgot here? This part right here. So this goes here. Totally forgot this. Oops. It happens. There we go. Fixed it. Oh, I don't even have yellow. Get some yellow. Now, of course, it's not sharpened, but we'll do the best we can with it. Okay, so this is the yellow trim. And then I did, behind here, it's gonna be like tan, but just make it a little harder. I'm putting some brown in there too. This is like the back part of his cloak, jacket. Back here. And his boots, different layers. So he did some light and some dark brown. So just color the whole thing in just to get a base. I'll have to go find some brown. Do I have any brown here? There's a light brown. We'll go with that. So now we can put in, make it darker back here. And back here. And actually, I would have gotten this is a light brown. I would have gotten the dark brown. But if you wanted that darker color, you're gonna wanna go find a dark brown. Okay, see how it looks so much lighter? I definitely would go for a dark brown, but you can find it. So the whole thing I'm going to color a jade green. Nope. Nope. Don't want jade. I don't like a yellow green. There it is. Yellow green. Yep. There we go. That's what we want. The whole thing yellow green, and then we'll go in there with regular green. Color the whole thing. Yellow, green. Fantastic. So color the whole thing yellow, green, and then you're going to come in with just regular green for the darker parts. Go around the edge. And you color the rest of it. And so his outfit, the shirt, is just gray, but you can do some darks and light spots. So we're just gonna color it gray. This is gray too, so I'm just gonna color this in. These little buttons. And then down at the bottom is gonna be a little darker. And so I'm gonna take black, and we're just gonna come in here for his pocket. And then down here, I'm gonna make it a little darker. And you can put some darks and lights in there if you want. Anyways, I think you can finish that, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.